So I've already covered the hypothetical fight between Vegito Blue and Beerus on 2 videos already in late 2016 here on Geekdom 101, and actually the first video came out prior to Vegito appearing in the Dragon Ball Super anime and before we knew about the Potara retcon. And the second video was more of a community response to everybody. Now, with Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 23, the debate has started once again between Vegito versus Beerus, and on this video, I'm going to give you the final verdict about who would win in this fight. Hey guys, if you're enjoying the content I provide here on Geekdom 101, don't forget to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and enable notifications so that you get every video right to your device, and thank you so much. Prior to Vegito appearing in Dragon Ball Super, the entire community knew that the Potara fusion was permanent and had no time limit, but when Vegito debuted in the series, we found out that the time limit on the Potara is indeed 1 hour if you are a mortal. However, if one were to put out an extreme amount of power, that would drain that time limit down, shorten it, significantly cut the time, and thus the fused character would of course defuse. And that's exactly what happened in the Dragon Ball Super anime. Vegito was fighting Zamasu and he defused because he used too much power. It's really not that different from SS4 Gogeta in GT, same principle. Now, in the manga that Toyotaro recently released, it's the same thing. However, because of Toyotaro's manga, now a big chunk of the fandom has brought up this topic one more time based upon the fact that the Supreme Kai in the manga states that he believes that Vegito Blue has surpassed Beerus. Now, couple of things I want to point out about this. Number one, Vegito Blue surpassing Beerus prior to the Potara retcon does make sense when it comes to the pure strength of Vegito. I did an entire video where I analyzed just how strong Vegito is, and he is far stronger than you believe. However, how does that stack up to Lord Beerus? Well, if you look at the manga, just like in the anime, Supreme Kai says that he believes that Vegito has surpassed Lord Beerus, and he believes this to be the case as Vegito is powering up a huge final Kamehameha. But what happens right after that Kamehameha? They defuse. So what's the point of having all that power if you can't even maintain it for more than a couple of seconds? So hypothetically speaking, because of the limitations of the Potara fusion, if Vegito and Beerus were to fight, there's absolutely no way that Vegito could beat Beerus, because the minute that he powers himself up to even match up to Beerus, if you even want to think he can, because a lot of people don't think even Vegito at max power could take Beerus, but let's say that he can at max power. Even if you were to do that, the Potara would not maintain the immense output of power and they would just defuse. So in no conceivable way, with the way the Potaras are designed now and their limitations, can Vegito beat Beerus in a fight. Even if he were to go in and blitz him, Vegito would have to muster up enough power to do some kind of damage to Beerus, and Beerus has been proven time and time again to be able to withstand quite a bit. And the other problem is that Dragon Ball Super has never shown us Beerus's limitations. We don't know how strong he actually is. We know that Whis is stronger. We know that obviously the Omni King and the Grand Priest are more powerful. We know this, but we've never seen Lord Beerus truly tested, and until we do, there's no way to gauge how strong he is, whereas we've seen Vegito power up and defuse. What's the point of having all that power if you can't even maintain the fusion? Vegito cannot beat Beerus because he can't even compete with him as a result of the Potara's limitations. That's pretty much it. That's the fair and final answer to this whole puzzle. The only way for this to ever become an even matchup is if, hypothetically speaking, the Supreme Kais, the Kaioshin, were to redesign or upgrade the Potaras to be able to handle more power. But as it stands right now, based on both the anime and the manga, they can't, and thus, no matter what, a fused Vegito, a fused Potara character who is not immortal, just cannot stand up to Beerus. That's the logical answer. Maybe if the Potaros could maintain the fusion, but they can't. Be sure to drop a comment down below about your thoughts on this. I think the evidence kind of speaks for itself now in the anime and the manga. And if you are new to Geekdom 101, make sure you punch that subscribe button. I've got over 20 years of Dragon Ball under my belt, watching since I was a very little kid, even before it was on Toonami. I also cover Star Wars and movies as well, geeky movies. Punch the subscribe button if you have not. Thank you as always for watching, and if you like this video and you want more, here's more.